Ray-Bans on, yeah, you right, I'm acting shady. Looking at photos and Poppy had those in the 80s. My lady got the gray one, she's on her Macy.
I want to talk about some more ways that I use the 50mm. I made a video, I think last week, talking about it, and it got some pretty good reviews. People were obviously interested in it and stuff like that. It's always been one of my go-to lenses for a lot of my work. And it's old school. Like I've been using this lens since I started shooting probably 20 years ago, if I'm dating myself. I started using this lens primarily when I would shoot like music videos. Back when, that's most content creators, that's one of the first things they start shooting is music videos, because it's, you have friends, there's rappers, singers, whatever, and they're accessible, and you have a camera, you're excited, and it's a match made in heaven, if that makes any sense. And so you go grab the 50mm outside of the kit lens, because this is the upgrade, right? And you start shooting, and right away you realize that bokeh is just, it blows you away. Especially when I started with the Canon. I'm an avid Sony shooter. Today I shoot a lot of Sony stuff, but I know, as a content creator or just as a creative in general, that the Canon colors are like really hard to compete with out the camera, like no post, just right out the camera. So just imagine that color space with this cheap effective lens, the 50mm 1.8. I was blown away. People I shot for was blown away. And I would use it for a lot of different things. Some of my high-end work I would use it for, and I didn't feel funny about it. I didn't feel like I was cheating the client. I didn't feel like I was cheating myself, because the quality was just hands down amazing on these cheap little lenses. At some point you could get these for $99. Back in the day, that was like, $99 was like, for a starter, a beginner filmmaker or photographer, that was decent. That was like, okay, I just bought a camera, I'm excited. I wanted a lens outside of the kit lens that could give me some good bokeh. This was the go-to. And so recently I even used it on a gimbal, which leads me to another reason why I love this little lens so much, because it's light. It's very light. It's a very light lens, made of plastic primarily. This is the Sony one, so this one has the metal mount to it, but the Canon ones I used to shoot with had a plastic mount, but you didn't want to drop it for sure. Not that you want to drop any lens, but really you don't want to drop these. And I went out the other day and just randomly shooting around and stuff like that, and I went into one of my favorite coffee shops in my neighborhood, and I just decided to catch some footage. I had my gimbal, I was shooting with the Ronin, actually on my desk still, I was shooting with the Ronin SC, I believe this is, the Ronin SC, so it can't handle a lot of weight. We'll do a video on this at some point, but I was shooting on that with my, I believe it was my Sony A7R4, which is obviously not a video camera. It's a hybrid, but it does video really good. And I was using this, and I just randomly was catching footage, and came out great. They loved it. I posted, and I had a good time shooting with it. It was quick and easy. The bokeh was really nice. The colors came out nice, and I really liked it. And so I've used it on a lot of projects. I've used it shooting around in Jersey, just shooting some stuff in Newark, random stuff. I like shooting candid things. I've always been a candid person. I like behind the scenes. I like shooting people in their natural element, if you will. I was never really drawn to staged things unless it was my films that I was shooting. If I'm writing something and shooting it. But yeah, man, it's been great. I've had nothing but good things to say. Only thing I would say about these lenses, well, could be some other ones too, but you get that hunting sometimes, with it. Outside of that, you won't be disappointed in the image you get, whether you're doing photography or videography. If you're a beginner and you just bought your camera and you're looking to do an upgrade on a lens that will give you good quality and sharpness, light, not so heavy, you want to go with this lens. You know, another good reason why I use this lens, because let's say on a crop sensor camera like the FX30, if I'm using a full frame 50, because these come in crop and they come in full frame. You got to know which one you're buying, because if you're buying the crop version, then you'll get your 50. If you're buying a full frame version, then it's going to crop in on your image, because it's not meant to go on a crop sensor camera. It'll go on there, but it'll narrow down this. So full frame would be like this, and you'll get that on a full frame camera. But if you put that on a crop sensor camera, it's going to narrow down. So all of that other image you're losing. But that's a little more involved. I'll talk about that at another time. But I would use this on a crop sensor camera because it would behave like a 70 to 200 in a sense of I could be more away from you, but still be close enough to get some candid reaction shots or some emotion shots based on what I'm shooting. I can get some emotion shots or details and stuff like that. I mean, I can get as close as a foot, a little less than a foot with this, and don't lose anything. So I just wanted to make, so I would call this a part two. We could call it a part two about this camera, about this lens. I'm sorry, and yeah, I just want to come back and talk to y'all about it because I love this lens, man. I really do. It's a cheap purchase, but you just know having it in your bag will pay off. Trust me. Ask any content creator, older, young, brand new in the game, been in the game for years, whatever the case may be, and they'll tell you the same thing. Outside of the things they may not like about it, but it's definitely a Swiss knife. It's that thing you keep in your pocket just in case, just in case. And surprisingly, it's not the most well-made lens, but it takes a beating. And not, like I said, I don't mean drop it or throw it up against the wall. I'm talking about the average knock around the bag or quickly changing lenses, putting it over here. It takes a beating, scratched up and everything, but it performs. It performs. So that's about it on this video, man. I just want to touch bases with y'all about that. If y'all like this type of content, I try to bring it to y'all as often as I can. Please hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to support the channel. We're rising. The channel is moving forward, man. Just the way I've expected it to. I'm up to 393 at the time of this video, subscribers. And I'm grateful for that, man. I'm grateful for every one subscriber. I'm so grateful because you guys don't have to do that, but you do it. You support the channel, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more of these type of videos. But mainly just being an inspiration to you guys, keeping you posted in my filmmaking journey, and just trying to be as relatable and real and genuine as I can be on this platform. I love doing this, so this is something I do. If you met me in Walmart or on the street, we could talk like this. It's no different. So yeah, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification so you can see if when I'm dropping another one. And as always, man, moving the vibration of love. 2024, we're gonna make this great. 50 millimeter 1.8, y'all. Go check it out. The link is in the description below. Peace.